in the course of working related to you being a Black woman? No surprise faces, no, because it is word of mouth.
It's word of mouth, so they kind of know. I think sometimes when I go into, obviously I have vendors that I work with all the time now. Well, sometimes when I first go into a store, they just assume I'm a tourist buying something, unless it's a store that's very specific that, like, for example, if there's a store where they sell things for bathrooms and kitchens, and you really wouldn't be there as a tourist, because when you can buy a tub and take it home. No. So I think at first there's kind of like a double take. And then, and before, like I said, because of my Italian is not the level it is now, I think people were just trying to be helpful, and they're like, I speak English too, and then it was fine. As far as clients and things like that, obviously they know what I look like, and they're fine with it. I don't think I have, someone said to me, oh, you have rose-colored glasses on. I said, no, trust me, growing up in the suburb that I grew up in, I am very perceptive as to when something racial is happening to me. I have not experienced, because even when I'm working with the contractor and like subcontractors who probably in their day-to-day business are not dealing with a lot of Americans and definitely not dealing with a lot of Black people, it's just, we're there to work. They're doing the job. They're fine. I introduce myself, we shake hands, everything is wonderful. How they feel once they leave the job site, I really don't care as long as the job gets done and everyone's treated with respect. But I would like to ask you, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, for sure.
And then how about your experience now I know it's because you're in Milan and you're in fashion, and fashion is here. Whereas Rome is more, it's the capital city, it's a lot of tourism, politics, those are the industries that drive Rome, if you will.
I think my experience has been extremely positive. When I started to work in Italy in fashion, I was introduced by a friend of mine, Patricia, to Luca Manzoni, the editor who helped me get started in Italy. And so that happened after a year, but that introduction was key, and it was an introduction that obviously propelled me into what I'm doing today, and for which I'm extremely grateful. In terms of being a Jamaican woman here, I haven't run into many problems at work because since I work in digital, most people know what I look like when I walk in the door.
Right.
And then the other thing too is oftentimes I feel if you project a certain energy, people will understand how they should deal with you on a professional level.
Right.
Then in terms of maybe I agree with you. If once you're foreign here, you're foreign.
Right.
That it's more that case. I had an incident one time where I was coming home and one of the ministers, a foreign minister, was speaking just around the corner from my house, and so the block was locked down. And I was in a taxi, so I had to get out of the taxi and walk up the block. And I was a bit annoyed because I had a lot of shopping bags. I had gone grocery shopping. And I said to the officer, I was like, I live at the end of the street. And he told me to go home. He said, go back to your country. Then the second time, and this is hilarious, this is how, this will make you laugh. This was one of the times, the first time I went by myself to sort out a phone issue that I had. I went to Tim, the carrier that I use. And I'm there, I've waited like 40 minutes because there was a backlog of servicing, and I get up and he sends me to another location, and I'm like, I've been here for 40 minutes, this is so inefficient, like I wish you had told me this before, because I'm at work and this is a huge chunk of my work day. Right. And he said to me, there was nothing I could do. So my husband obviously decided to go back there. And when my husband got there, they were like, yes, I remember this issue. Your Japanese assistant came to deal with it.
I mean, I get, are you from Ghana a lot? Like African guys in
Yeah.
Rome always ask me, "Are you from? Hello, my sister. Are you from Ghana?" And the guys from Cameroon speak to me in French. They're like, "Bonjour. Are you from Cameroon?" Or they ask me if I'm Jamaican, or that's it.
When they ask me if I'm from Ghana, I say, I think so.
No, I think so. No, we did the DNA. It's Ghana, a little bit Nigerian, a little bit Cameroon.
And you know,
It's Ghana.
I do think I respond, but this is where we are in Europe, and I think this sheds light on our identity globally.
Yeah.
Because the same thing just happened to me in Paris, and they asked me if I was from Cape Verde. And I said no. I said I believe I'm from Ghana. I did not respond that I'm from Jamaica. I said I believe I'm from Ghana, and I said I'm Jamaican, and I think that the slaves that went to Jamaica are from Ghana.
Yes.
I said I've never ever been tested. I've done DNA testing, but I've read that, and that's how I responded. And that's a whole other level.
My
of
sister
identity.
did the test, and I was in your siblings, so I assume it's the same.
Yeah.
But we were shocked because we thought, most African Americans, they have, it's quite a mix. But for us, it was like 96 and 97% African, only 3% like Iberian and British. And we're like, we're truly black people.
Yeah.
So it's just really interesting. But no, it's funny living abroad, like really, as far as feeling like connected to the diaspora at large. Obviously, I feel more connected here just because of where we are in the world. We're so close to the continent, and in LA it was a lot more segregated by class, by race, and I'm sure there are Africans in LA. I don't know where they were. Did not see them, except for the two that I knew worked in film industry. But here it's different.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
Yes. Well, let's try this lovely summer Farro Salad. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We're going to tuck and wait. We're going to let you know how it
Yes,
tastes.
let's try this.
It's delicious. We'll drop the recipe.
Not to pat ourselves on the back, but that's really good.